All right, welcome, race fans. We are back tonight with the NORA Truck Series here at, it used to be called Gateway. Now it's called Worldwide Technology Racetrack, I guess is what it's called. So, but it is the old Gateway. But they're going to be, it looks like they're struggling a little bit out there, but we got to run down through a lot of stuff here. We have no broadcast coming up tonight or tomorrow night that I've seen on the schedule anywhere. I don't know if Josh has seen something different than I've seen, but nothing coming up tonight or tomorrow night. All right, looking at the race analytics coming into tonight, 87 degree air temperature, 89 degree track temperature. That's 160 laps. That's 200 miles. And these are guesstimates here. Tire window about 40 to 50 laps. And fuel window, I'm kind of guesstimating this at about 60 laps or so, maybe right around there. The track's a mile and a quarter. So I'm thinking maybe around 60. What do you think, Dwayne?
About somewhere between 50 and 60 sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay. And pit road speed 45 miles an hour. Well, this tonight is the first race of the chase. So we have 10 drivers that have taken the top 10 here. And that is Josh Conover in the top spot right there. Joshua Susi in second, 11 points back. Joshua Banks. Oh, we got Josh, and Josh, don't we? Wow.
Yep.
That's all. He's 17 points behind in third. Blade Timmons fourth, 20 points back. Jason Conover fifth place, 22 back, tied with Martin Flute. Brian Jones in seventh. He's 23 points behind. Nathan Shiflett in eighth, 24 points behind. Torn Shirts in ninth, 25 points back. And Keegan Bitzer in 10th, 27 points back. And let's see what we were talking about. That was, they will be off next week, but they will return the week after at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. So that'll be pretty interesting. We're going to a road course.
Oh, fun. That's going to be a challenge for a lot of these chase drivers.
Yes, very much so. A small field here tonight. And, we were talking about that here a little bit ago. A lot of guys don't show up because they don't want to wreck somebody that's in the chase or whatever. But, my theory on that, and I know we talked about this many times, Dwayne, that how important it is for people that are not in the chase to race in here because it can change the whole outcome of the chase. It's very important. So, but a lot of guys, they just don't want to be out there, or maybe they don't like the track, whatever the reason may be. But smaller field here tonight.
With the smaller field, that's going to make every position matter that much more with the chase drivers because you're only going to be separated by a few points
Right.
from all the other competitors out there. So, the worst you can leave out of here with is a 15, 20 point deficit, which can very easily be made up in one race. And these guys only have 3 races to get to the elimination round. So every spot that you can get on that racetrack is going to matter tonight.
Yeah, very good. Well, right now, Dalton Tucker is at the top of the leaderboard. No surprise there. He's been just tanking these guys the last few weeks, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Man.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
For a guy
Good
who's
driver.
only running for owners points, he's doing a great job.
Yes, sir. And they do have some special paint schemes on the cars. Now, I think there was one that did not. I think it might have been Jake Boyer. They made up special templates for the splitter and the, I think it was the banner on the windshield and the rear spoiler that will have the chase. That signifies that they are the chase. But I also have chase driver on their name once we get to that. So. Yeah, Josh, Bobby hooked me up with a little trick. He's into that sound stuff, and he hooked me up with a little trick, a little plug-in for OBS that makes the mic sound so much clearer and better. So I need to hook up with you and show you how to put that in there, man. It's pretty awesome. I think I still got it. I can just send it to you. And all you got to do is install it on your computer, and then you go into OBS and set it up. It's real simple. It's a 10-band graphic equalizer. pretty awesome. All right, we're about a minute and a half away from the national anthem here, and pretty track's going to be a night race tonight. Hoping that maybe that might, kind of keep these trucks glued to the track a little bit better. But like you said, tight going in and loose coming out, it's going to be a difficult one for these guys.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to work the throttle and the brake tonight. You're going to have to try to brake a little earlier than you normally would want to, and
Right.
just let it roll through the corner. The rolling through the corner is the hardest part because the motor, you just get down to such a low RPM going through those corners. Uh, you feel like you want to shift down a gear. Some drivers may do that. But if you do that, you run the risk of jumping back on the throttle too soon. And if you do that, you're either going to spin yourself out if you hit the edge of the corner wrong or find yourself into the wall. So it's really going to be a fine line of who can manage that throttle tonight.
Right. All right, folks, we'll step away and play the national anthem. We'll be right back with qualifying, so stay with us.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the frame, you're the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to invade the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
All right, folks, we are back, and everybody's on the track right now, trying to turn into qualifying time. Sure, we're going to have some good times out there tonight.
Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if these guys can run around the same or even pick up what they ran in practice.
Right. There we go. Brian Jones to the top of the leaderboard. That'll probably change. Alec Edelman, second. Jake Hoyer down to third. Comes around to take his second lap. We got a few other guys on the track right now. Guys not wasting time. Keegan Pitzer's got a lot of work to do, Dwayne. And he's 27 points in the hole. He's got to do some digging tonight.
Yes, sir.
Jason Conover to third. Todd Schneider in the U-Haul truck, fifth place. Think he, nope, sixth place. He actually got bumped back to sixth. Yeah, Josh Conover went to second on the board. That's our points leader.
Josh Banks.
Yeah.
Takes over the top spot.
And I'm telling you, nice lap.
Yes,
Beating
sir.
Brian Jones by 2/1000ths of a second. Golly, man, that's close.
Yes, sir. That's almost super speedway close.
Yeah.
Not to be outdone, Josh Conover just blew their time right out of the water. 34.113. Martin Plute, 34.095 is now your top spot.
Yep. Justin Michael? No, he don't run in this league, Josh. No, Justin Michael don't run in this. Be cool if he did. I like Justin Michael. Good driver. All right, looks like we got a. Well, Joshua Susie's out there, so he's going to be. It looks like he's going to be the final one to qualify here. You let everybody else take their qualifying time and playing that mind game with them. You know how them guys do it, Dwayne.
Oh,
They
yeah.
wait. Yeah, they wait till the last couple minutes there, and then they go out and just spank you on that final lap. There's his first lap. Let's see what he does on this one.
Second.
Oh, man. 11/1000ths of a second. Let's see if he can beat. Oh, man. I don't. Martin Plute's pretty fast.
Yeah, we'll see if he can pick it up here on the second lap.
I don't know. He was a little bit loose coming out of 2 right there. So I don't know. He might have dropped a little bit of speed.
At the line. No, it's going to be a slower time, so he will
Yep.
take second starting spot tonight.
Yeah, he got really loose there coming out of turn 2 and wiggled a little bit. That was enough that it cost him time. So, all right. Well, everybody's taking a qualifying time that is going to take time. So it does look like Martin Plute will hold on to the pole, Dwayne. Very good. Nice job.
Very nice.
Congratulations to him. All right. Well, small field, but you know what? It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. This is definitely one of my favorite tracks. The difference at both ends is what makes this track challenging. It's
Right.
very flat in 3 and 4, little bit of banking in 1 and 2, and you have to tackle each each set of turns differently. So, and you almost have to run this track like a road course to get through both ends quick.
All right, in row one, Martin Plute does take the pole with a 34.096. Congratulations to him. Joshua Susi will start on the outside of the front row there in second. Josh Conover in third. Joshua Banks fourth. Brian Jones fifth. Alex Edelman will be sixth place. Devin Lockridge seventh. Jason Conover in eighth. Jake Boyer ninth. And Keegan Bitzer 10th.
Schneider is going to roll off 11th. Nathan Shiflett 12th. Blade Timmons 13th. And I believe Dalton Tucker and Brian Powell are going to be the admins for tonight, if I'm looking at that right.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, right now 13 drivers on the grid.
Well, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I thought for sure Dalton would be. He was practicing, so I figured he'd be out there on the track. Well, here we go.
Sir, 13 drivers started the race. So lucky number 13. We should see some good close racing here. I expect this race to go green quite a ways. So we'll see if they get spread out or not.
At stages tonight would be lap 40, and then 40 laps later on lap 80, and then the final 80 laps will be the final stage. That'd be fun. I wouldn't want to be these guys out there driving that the way it looked in practice there. Oh my gosh. Into the corners tight and out of the corners loose. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
You just got to try to adjust and back
Yep.
off. About to find out.
Yep. Here they go. Pace car heads in. Martin Plute in command of this, waiting on that green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
And there it is. We're underway here at Gateway, our worldwide technology racetrack. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Either one.
For the first race of the chase. And boy, the points are really tight now. From first to 10th is 27 points. I mean, it's tight, but yet it's not too tight. Susi taking over the lead. And Josh Banks following him.
I expect this field to get single file as quickly as they can. You do not want
Yeah.
to be the guy on the... Oh, we got a spin early.
Must have saved it.
Yes, sir. It was Alex Edelman. Looks like he spun. Got a little tap in the rear end going through 3 and 4 there.
Ooh.
And he was able to save it, though. No caution. We're still green.
Josh Conover now into 5th place. He kind of fell back right on that start. Martin Plute also felt back. He didn't even get the lead the first lap of the race. These are chase drivers that want to at least get a bonus point out of it tonight to help them in the point. Banks all over the back of Susi right now.
And they know every point matters here. You got to get as much as you can and early.
Yes. Yeah, while the tires are fresh. I guess they only got spoilers painted. Oh, no, they got the banner across the windshield painted, too. Yep.
Yes.
Of the chase drive. I think all but one. I think somebody said Jake Boyer did not have it. Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. No, he does not. But Jake Boyer, maybe it was not Jake Boyer. He's not in the chase. Okay, somebody doesn't have it that's in the chase. But that's all right. Wow, I'll tell you what, Banks is really trying hard. You better be careful doing that, though, Dwayne, because he'll burn them tires up quick.
Yes, sir. He will definitely do that, and you've got to commit to that. You got to be able to make sure you can make the pass, because if you try to spend 2 or 3 laps just getting by him, you're going to burn your stuff out, and he's going to drive away from it.
Yes. I'll tell you, they're getting a lot of speed on these straightaways. These are long straightaways for a flat track. Really long straightaways.
Yeah, and I see a couple guys driving it really hard down into the corner there, and that's going to wear those tires out even more.
Yep. And they are shifting. They're shifting in 1 and 2.
Yes. Yeah, I figured some guys would because the RPMs just get so low in the corner, you feel like you gotta shift. You don't
Yep.
have to, but yeah, it's definitely something that's gonna hound these drivers all night long, and that's one of the reasons why you gotta try to drive it like a road course.
A ways back to Jason Conover. He made it into the chase here, 5th in the point.
Yeah, I was
20,
watching. Go ahead, sir.
22 points back.
Yeah, I was watching that. Looked like Devin Lockridge got loose in front of these guys, and everybody had to check up, and that's what caused that big gap between them and the leaders. In fact, he's having issues right now, almost 3 wide, as he's getting loose off the floor.
I see that Blade Timmons. I'm not sure if they made contact there or not. It looked like it, but it's going to be. You said it earlier. It's going to be very tough to pass here tonight.
Yes, sir. Your best opportunity to pass is turn 3. If you can get a run out of 2, because it's so flat, that inside line is the preferred line there.
Right.
Whoa, a lot of action going on back here in the back.
Yeah, Snyder almost got taken out right there. That was pretty crazy. He's going to lose a couple of positions, but
yeah. Now later on in the run, as the tires wear off, the high line through 1 and 2 is going to be for the preferred line, but it's always going to be that low line in 3 and 4.
Yep.
Now some guys can make it work if they're on the guy on the inside tight and can pinch him down there, but usually you want to be on the inside there.
Well, 2 of them battling here for 3rd place, Brian Jones and Martin Plute. Plute does kind of have the preferred line out of the corner, and Brian does not, but he left that upper line open, and Josh Conover is going to step in it.
Yes, sir, and you're gonna see that advantage disappear right here through 3 and 4, like I mentioned.
Yeah, there we go. Crossover on him, but wasn't good enough. Man.
If he can get to the outside here in turn 1 and 2, he'll have a shot at getting that run off of the corner, because turn 1 and 2 are banked so much more than 3 and 4. That's why the outside line works a little better.
Jake Boyer back here battling with Jason Conover. Those 2 have been battling for a little while, so Boyer trying to clear Jason. Oh my gosh, he almost made contact. Finally, I think Jason might have conceded to him. He said, you go ahead, take it. And maybe not. No, he's fighting back on the outside. Whoa. Good job.
Here comes the 7 of Blade Timmons trying to sneak in on that outside line.
Whoa, man.
Yes, sir, and that's part of running it down in that corner too deep. You see him slide up the track there, but it's going to work out for him.
Wow. That was really impressive what Jake Boyer did right there, because he drove it in there really deep. Look at him. He's trying to wash up in front of him, but he is not clear enough to make that happen yet.
Sure. Right
Nothing.
Now
Nothing's changed up front except for Josh Conover did get by Brian Jones.
Yeah, don't worry. Now our leader just got in the wall coming off the 2.
Uh-huh.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, we got a yellow. Jake Boyer spinning around. Go see what happened to Jake. I'm sure there was some contact, but
nope, no sir. It looked like a product of being on that low line. He got back in the throttle too soon, and when you do that on that banking there, it will get loose on you. That's exactly what happened. The back end comes around on him,
yeah,
and lucky for him, he didn't hit anything. So no harm, no foul. But he brings out our first caution of the day.
Nice. Well, this will afford everybody to come to pit road and kind of assess what the tire feels like. You know, I think we're going to see. Well, we may not see anybody come to pit road. I don't know.
If
I
I'm
was thinking
further
maybe they
back
would.
here- yeah, if I'm further in the back, I would definitely come in and get 4 fresh ones here.
Yep.
There's no advantage to staying out right now. You come in, get off sequence with the leaders. I'm surprised more guys in the back didn't gamble and come down.
Yeah. Let's see if we can talk to Josh Banks here a little bit. Josh Banks, you got a copy? Joshua Banks, you got a copy? Trying. Well, I guess he's not going to be able to do it. Oh. All right. Well, I guess he's not going to be able to do it. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I was hoping maybe we could talk to him. What about Brian Jones? Maybe we can get a word in with him.
Go for it.
Brian Jones, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, what's it like out there, man? Looks like it's tight going in, loose coming out.
Yeah, it's pretty tight everywhere actually. Maybe a little loose coming out of turn 2, but man, I tell you, passing here is going to be real tough. There's just not a lot of room to get it done, and I think track position is going to be at a premium tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right. If you're going to do any passing, you gotta kind of do it early, huh?
Yeah, once we get kind of single filed out, it's pretty tough to pass anybody. So, you know, there might be an opportunity coming out of 2, but that's about it.
Well, you think you can make up a few points on Conover tonight?
I don't know. This is the first time I've ever even been on this track, so I'm just kind of learning at this point.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll let you go. Good luck out there, Brian. Thanks for talking with us.
Shoot it.
Well, you heard it right there, Dwayne.
Yes, sir.
You know, you got to kind of do it early. Now they've got a chance here that they've pulled the tires off a little bit here under caution. Nobody stopped and took, not one person. I take that back. Alex Edelman just came to pit road to get fresh tires.
Yes, he did. Now he's
Still sitting there.
a while. I don't know if there's a penalty there or what, but
maybe that was a pit stop of another kind.
it could be. He is still sitting there, so he's actually running a risk of going a lap down here.
Yep, he is coming around right now. That's a bummer. Well, if they have another caution, though, he'll get back on the lead lap, so he may not be worried about it. Does he have any damage on his truck?
Not that I'm seeing. Actually, yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Okay, he's away. I don't know if he's going to beat the pace car off, but it looks like he is.
Yeah, it looks like he had some damage from an earlier incident. Remember, he spun earlier after getting tapped in the rear end, but it didn't bring out a caution. So it looks like he's in there trying to get that fixed.
Good.
And they do not have fast repairs in this league. So
Right.
if you get damage, you've got to sit there. And it looks like he's going to come back in, try to get that fixed even more.
I forget how many green, white checkers. Yeah, I don't remember.
I believe it's 2.
Sounds about right. I don't know why I don't put that on the overlays here. I keep saying I'm going to remember to do it, and I never remember. Well, Edelman's back on pit road. Wow. Trying to get more damage fixed.
Yeah, he's definitely at a disadvantage right now. He just got to his pit box. Pace car is now almost at the start finish line, so he's going to have to take off here very shortly. And there he goes.
Joshua Banks, Lincoln. Man, he's blinking like crazy there. All right, lights are out. We're going green. It looks like Susie might start on the outside. Let's see. I
That
think
is
that,
not a bad idea.
yeah,
Because these guys, they've had a couple laps to cool them down, but they're still on old tires. And when you're on old tires through 1 and 2, especially, the outside line is definitely the preferred line there. So
right.
I've actually done that myself, called the outside line on a restart here. So no surprise he's doing that right now.
Well, let's see what they can do on this restart. We're coming around. Get them going there, Dwayne.
All right, will do. All right, here we go. Pace car ducks off. Green flag is out. He goes a little bit before the green, but that's allowable. And we're back underway at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Yes, sir. And Josh Conover went right into second place. He didn't waste any time clearing Joshua Bank. The Josh and Josh show. The Josh, and Josh.
And that's one thing these guys want to do, is try to get it single file as quickly as possible, because you don't want to be hung out on that outside line. Now it looks like Conover's going to try to make it stick here, and does. So it worked out for him. But
Yes, sir.
Brian Jones right now, heading into one, is on that inside line and losing spots.
Yeah, Jason Conover stayed ahead of him, and it looks like Blade Timmons. Nope, he's not going to be able to do it this time. But Blade Timmons is there, ready. In the perfect position, but he didn't want to go 3 wide there. I don't know if he might have been able to stick his nose in there and tried it, but I wouldn't have advised it. It was just too tight right there.
Yeah, this is not a track you want to go 3 wide on.
Whoa, contact!
Oh,
Susie, or I'm sorry, not Susie, Brian Jones. And no caution. Whoa, no caution.
no, sir. Nobody spun. Everybody got it going the right way again, but a lot of damage.
Yeah. Golly, man.
And there's a lot of damage to at least 3 or 4 trucks. I'm not sure why a caution didn't come out on that one.
Yeah, I know. There was about 4 trucks gathered up in that.
Yeah, Devin Lockridge was spun. I mean, he was sideways on the track there, and looks like his motor just blew as he's coming down the back stretch here. So his night is done.
Yep, he is done. Oh gosh. Well, there's one victim.
Sure, and a lot of trucks in the back were tore up. I count at least 5 trucks that were involved in that. So these guys in the back are gonna have their work cut out for them here the rest of the night.
Yeah, Todd Snyder, Brian Jones got tore up. I think Jake Boyer was in it. Yeah, because he might have got slowed up enough, but I think he got a little bit of damage on the truck. And then, of course, Devin Lockridge. So, yeah, about 5 trucks. Wow.
With this small of a field, that's not something you want to have happen, because the guys in front of you are going to be really hard to catch.
Yeah, that's pretty significant. And points, too. I mean, I know some of them guys in the back aren't running for points, but it could wind up, it's going to really change up a lot of the points. One I was looking for was Nathan Shiflett. Now, Nathan has come from 12th up to 7th. So he definitely needs to be working on them points tonight. Him and Keegan Bitzer.
Yeah, he was one of the trucks that got damaged in that exchange. Right. He hit the inside wall there pretty hard. His right front is caved in quite a bit on that tire. So definitely doesn't have the best handling truck out there right now.
Sure.
What we can do is hope for a caution, try to bring it in and get it fixed.
Keegan Bitzer digging out of the hole here. 27 points behind. Really got to drop the hammer here tonight. You know who's missing tonight? Torn shirt.
Yes, sir. You are correct.
Boy, that's going to hurt him in the points bad. Susie leading all the laps so far. We're waiting for lap 40 here for the first stage. And they get some stage points for that, don't they?
They do. Top 10, which will be most of the field here tonight.
Yeah.
But I do believe they will get bonus points for where they finish.
Josh Banks tried that again. He tried that run on Susie, and it just wasn't going to work out. And now Conover's sitting back in third. That's right where he started.
And the damage, too bad, very bad for Nathan Shiflett. He is now on pit road.
Oh, no. He does not need a night like this.
No, he
Does
is
not.
now 12th of 13 drivers, and the last of 12 still in the race.
Dang. Well, I'll tell you that last stage, 80 laps. Wow, that's going to be a long one for these guys.
Yes, sir. And right now, Joshua Banks is looking to the inside, trying to get a run, but it's just not there yet.
Yeah, they said it was going to be so hard to pass, you know.
Nathan Shiflett has taken it behind the wall. His night is done.
Oh, man. Down to 11 drivers. Oh, Martin Plute still hanging on in the ski truck. Hanging on here in fourth place. He was our pole sitter. Never even did get the lead to first lap, though, Dwayne. And Joshua Susie took that lead away from him quick.
Yes, he did, and he hasn't looked back yet. Now, one thing that accident did is it really stretched this field out. Right now,
Yeah.
first, second, and third are only a half a second between each other, but then it's a full second back to Mark Plute in fourth, and then you have to go 5 seconds back to find Jason Conover and Blade Simmons.
Yep.
From there, it's another 10 seconds just about back to Keegan Blitzen.
Yeah, it's put away. Brian Jones, Alex Edelman. He's got damage, but he did come to pit road a couple of times there and try to get as much damage fixed as he could. Inside the top 10, though. Not in the point. And Jake Boyer, Todd Schneider, these two racing for 10th. Neither one of them in the chase. Like all the chase guys are up in the front. Or in the top, what? 7, 8? Top 8.
Yep.
I believe it is. Yeah, top 8. All the chase drivers. Pretty awesome. All right, about 10 to go here, folks, before the first stage.
Speaking of, Jake Boyer now on pit road.
Yep, coming in. He will go a lap down. I know, kind of a boring race with a small field here for us, but it's some pretty good racing, I got to say. These guys up in the front here, this is great racing.
Yes, sir. Yeah, right now, Blade Timmons and Jason Conover are definitely in a heated battle for position. Probably
Yep.
this is the best battle on the track right now. And Jason goes high in the corner, and Blade Timmons pounces.
Yep. And just as Jason blinked right there, he might have lost a little bit of grip because of that, because your car's kind of like there and then not, you know.
Right.
So and it might have opened that door for Blade to get through. So good job. Blade coming from 14th to 5th. This front three have really tightened up. Oh, Banks into the wall. that's not what he wanted. And now side by side, this is a good battle. Banks he's going to be able to hold off Josh Conover. Wow. But that stretched that lead out a little bit. Susie now out there about a half a second ahead of them guys.
And that's going to be hard to make up, especially with the worn tires that these guys have. We're still about 20 to 30 laps away from a pit stop, so whatever these guys have right now with tires, they're just going to have to deal with.
Oh, they'll come in on the stage, lap 40.
You're right. Stage. I wasn't even thinking about the stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're definitely going to be glad to see that caution flag here if they don't have another one on the stage. That's going to get everybody bunched back up, give these guys a chance to come in and get repaired, and see if it shakes things up a little bit more.
Oh, Josh Conover tried a little run there on the outside, but didn't make it work. Now he's going to go to the inside. Wants to get that second place to get those bonus points for the stage. I don't think he's got anything for Stussy, but the way him and Banks are battling right now, that's going to be a pretty good battle, and that's just an extra point. Oh, and Conover loose coming off the corner.
Yeah, he got into turn one really deep, slid up the track, and then trying to make up time lost, he got back onto the throttle way too quick, and that almost sent him around.
And Banks is starting to close the gap a little bit on Susie now.
Yeah, without that pressure from behind, he can focus more on his line. Notice he goes a little bit further down into the corner, off the corner, and right back onto the throttle, right where he needs to be to pick up get that run off the corner and close the distance.
And they're coming up on the lap car here. Well, he just went a lap down. Todd Snyder. Looks like Todd's coming into pit road.
Yeah, once you get, I know that we got the competition caution, the stage coming up here, so for him to go a lap down, he's going to be the only guy who's one lap down. Get as much damage as you can fix now. That way you spend less time on pit road later.
Wow, Conover loose again. Golly, man, the back of that truck keeps wanting to step out on him. They're really in desperate need of new tires right now.
Yeah, that is a product of overdriving it because you want to try to pick up the position and old tires.
Right.
But you've got to give him props, trying to get as much as he can for those bonus points.
Well, we only got a couple more laps to go. Blade Timmons now 7.1 seconds behind them, guys. And Martin Plute still hanging on about 3.2 seconds back, though. He's still hanging on to fourth. He's doing all right.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting here. I mean, 40 laps on your tires. Natural instinct says you're going to take 4 tires on this stop, but be interesting to see if some guys take 2 trying to get track position. White flag on the stage right here.
Yep. And boy, I'll tell you, Banks is driving. He's driving that truck for all he can just to stay ahead of Josh Conover. He's just doing everything he can, but he's really having a difficult time. He's probably going to be thankful they got a caution right now. So, wow. So Joshua Stussy coming across the line. And they should be throwing the caution.
The yellow flag is out.
And there it is. The Susie winning the first stage.
Very nice.
Yes, sir. Very good. Bonus point time. And he needed that. He was 11 points behind Josh Conover, so definitely could use those extra bonus points. All right, very good. Well, they get caught up to the pace car here. They were going to be coming to pit road. So who you feel like you might want to talk to about the run out there tonight?
Well, if he's in here, why don't we talk to Josh Stussy?
He should be in here. Yeah, he's in here. We'll get them up here once they get their pit stop done. Well, the next run will be a little bit shorter because, you know, they got to get through the caution here. So it'll be probably about 36, 37 laps. So going to be pretty much about the same kind of racing.
Yeah, and one benefit that some of these guys in the back are going to have is they'll be able to come in, get some of that damage fixed, and so they can try to be more competitive on
Right.
this next stage. It looks like Jason Conover and Keegan Bitzer stay out.
Yeah.
I don't know
Jason
if I
wanted to
agree
get
with
that.
move.
Yeah, he wanted to get that bonus point, I think, Jason.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
but
I'm not sure why Keegan stayed out.
all right, I'll get Josh up here once he comes out of pit road. All right. There he is, Dwayne.
All right. Josh, Susie, Dwayne in the booth. You got a copy.
I got you.
Oh man, you snagged that lead on the first lap and never looked back. How's the car or truck handling tonight?
It's not bad. It's just you got a couple of trucks that are pretty equal on speed, and it's just enough draft here on the straightaways. It's really hard to separate yourself.
And we've seen some guys try to take it away from you, fighting on the inside. Do you have a preferred line at different ends of the track, or where you like running tonight?
Well, you really want to be like that second groove through 1 and 2. You're not gonna ever really see me intentionally run the bottom there, and you can't get the power down if you're any lower than that. So 2 is the quick line, and you can defend, and then 3 and 4 you pretty much want to be on the bottom, but you can kind of run the second lane if you have to defend and someone gets under you. As long as you don't get way tight out of 4, then I think you can hold them off. I think I did that one time with Banks through 3 and 4. It's just it's really hard to pass here, and you can't make any mistakes. So every lap is just white knuckle and 100% focus. So I'm glad so far this new Pepsi machine is running really well, and that's stage 1 done of race 1 of the chase, and now our focus is stage 2.
All right. Well, good luck to you, and hopefully we'll talk to you again.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Well, congratulations to Joshua Susi for grabbing the first stage. And Wayne, we should be getting the one to go here soon.
Yes, we should.
Brian Jones on pit road. Is he going to go a lap down? I think he is. Yep,
Looks
he's
like
going to go a
he's
lap
trying-
down.
And here he comes. Looks like he was sitting there trying to get as
Okay.
much damage fixed as he could.
Very
he
good.
does
He'll
beat
stay
the
on.
pace car out. And lights are still on the pace car.
Hmm.
So it looks like
Send
we
a
have
caution, eh? That's making fewer laps. They got to go on green flag this time to get to lap 80 for the second stage.
Yes, sir, and more importantly, for some of these guys in the back, another opportunity to get more damage fixed. So, but it looks like right now the only guy really taking advantage of that is Brian Jones. Everybody else is kind of content with what they've got right now.
All right, so Joshua Susi, Joshua Banks, Joshua Conover, Martin Flute, and Blade Timmons now into the top 5. So, and Alex Edelman has moved up to 6th place. He's coming.
Yes, sir. He's rebounded nicely after that lap 1 incident. So he's there now. We'll see if he can do anything with these leaders. And Susie this time elects to take the bottom, so we'll see if
Hmm.
he gets another good jump here.
Well, he's got the new tires, Dwayne, so you know he kind of, and he'll get a good start off of there, and I'm sure get a good hole shot. So he should be in good shape.
Yeah, he definitely controls the start of this race here, or the restart here. So we'll see what he can do. We'll see if he can catch Josh Banks sleeping and get a good jump.
The jackhammer, that was a stage caution. You haven't really missed a whole lot. It's been pretty quiet. So
Yeah, I believe we've actually had only one caution so far.
yeah.
Couple of wrecks, but nothing major enough to bring out the caution.
All right, here we go, folks. Back to green. Long ways to go to the checkered flag. Pace car is in. Susie jumping to start. Conover going right with him.
And in this league, I know a lot of the leagues will go on green. In this league, the driver is the one who determines the restart. Once that pace car ducks off at any point between there and when the green comes out, he can start the race.
Banks trying to come back on Conover. He got a pretty good run down the backstretch. He's going to have to drive it deep into the corner and almost washes up into Conover. Wow, good save right there, because boy, that was starting to look a little ugly.
Yeah, and that's the danger he's going to face going in this corner as well. He's going to have to back off early or risk washing up into the truck outside of him. Looks like he does. He gets through it clean. Can he get the run off and not get loose?
And Susie's loving this up here right now in the front because those guys are battling. That's letting him get away a little bit. But look at this here. Here comes Martin Flute into the picture. He wants a piece of the action.
Yeah, not far behind them is Blade Timmons. So this stage is looking a little bit racier than the last one for sure.
Yeah, they're not so spread out right now. Keegan Bitzer, he is definitely almost in a must-win situation at this point. They still have plenty of races to go. I mean, not too many, but what do we got? 6 races left in the season after tonight? Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 races. So, I mean, it's very important to get as many points as you can. And I know he started 10th, but at least he's running in 6th place right now. So, very important for Keegan to have a good finisher tonight.
Absolutely, and you do not want to be one of those drivers on the bubble, risking having to race every week.
Yeah.
Just to keep your chase hopes alive.
Yeah, and then don't forget, they won't be racing next week, but 2 weeks they'll be back, and they're going to be at the road course, Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. So those that are good at road courses, they're it's going to be their chance to try to have a good run and get some good points out of it. Those that are not good, time to go start practicing.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the road course is definitely almost as much as a super speedway would have a chance to really shake up the points. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out of there with a win.
Yeah.
Right now, Jason Conover making a move on 7th place. Alex Edelman, he's there and he takes it.
Wow, nice pass. Josh Conover sitting up here 2nd place behind Susie. I don't think he's too worried about trying to get by him right now. Still got a lot of race to go. I think he's just kind of riding right now, logging lap.
Yes, sir. And looks like Jake Boyer has taken his car behind the wall
Yep.
as well. So that leaves us with 10 drivers still out there racing right now, and 9 of them on the lead lap.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame Brian Jones is the last one on the lead lap. I mean, he seems like he's got a pretty fast truck. I know he had a little damage earlier, tried to get it fixed up under caution, but he's got a few cars to pass to get back up inside that top 5. Jason Conover gets by Alex Edelman again.
Yeah, these guys, these three right here, have been fighting pretty hard since the drop of the green. So it's definitely no surprise to see them trading paint and trading position.
Yeah. Yeah. Trading paint for sure. All right. Back up front. It's still the same up here. Nobody's changed any positions because, like we said, it's going to be so difficult to pass here tonight.
Yeah, what you're doing right now, if you're one of these guys up here in the front, you're just waiting for the guy in front of you to make a mistake. And that's really what it's going to take to be able to make a move on him to get around him, because without that, he's going to have the preferred line, and other than booting him out of the way, it's going to be tough.
Yep. Conover really high in the corner, leaving that bottom open. That makes me nervous because Banks is going to get it. He's going to get that nose in there one of these times.
Yeah, and that's the one thing you got to worry about. You want to try to pull that high line in because they're not going to be there. That's the only place you've got to pass. But at the same time, trying to work rubber into that groove, not going to keep your spot safe. But here we have Josh Conover gets a run, and Susie gets the first challenge of the night.
Boy, gosh, he looks like he is going to get it, maybe. Wow.
It's going to be close to the line.
And Susie's going to get it at the line.
Yeah, Susie had a great run off of 4. And we'll see. Looks like he's going to reclaim the lead here. But Conover is not giving up.
Nope. Now you got your nose up under him. You don't want to give up, because like you said, in some of them corners, the bottom line's where you might want to be. And, if he's in that bottom row and Susie can't get down there, he's gonna eventually work him until Susie just gives it up, and says, go, get that lap led if you want it. And it's going to be Susie at the line again. It was close.
1/100th of a second.
I knew it was close.
And here we go again. Now, what Conover's got to do, and looks like he's going to get him here. We're almost 3 wide for the lead.
Tell you, Banks thought about it for a minute there, didn't he?
He sure did.
Whoa, now, man.
This time, Susie gets a little bit higher in the corner.
Yeah.
And that slows him down. Like I said, it was working the last couple laps there because he was able to pinch Conover down, but new leader, and he picks up a bonus point. Josh Conover leads for the first time tonight.
Yeah, our points leader. Racking up them points. Oh, a little loose coming off of 2 again.
Yeah,
I don't think he'd let off the gas.
No, this is where he needs to just calm down. Don't look in your mirror. Try to get yourself in a rhythm and let these guys behind you battle it out, because they are battling. Susie now back to 3rd. He wants by these guys, and he looks like he might be a little bit aggressive trying to get it.
Yeah, it's kind of rough leading 54 laps like that and then wind up losing the lead. Won the first stage, and he said he's setting his sights on stage 2, and we're about 23 laps away from stage 2. Josh Conover says, I want stage 2.
And Josh Banks says, not if I can help it. These two are going at it. Banks is doing everything he can to try to get a run right now. And here he goes. He's going to try to put the bumper on him.
Man, not going to be able to do it, though.
Conover washes up in the corner.
Man.
Who's going to get the run off?
Oh, almost contact. Man.
Now, Conover's going to have to try to pinch him down here in the corner to keep that high line, the preferred line, but he's not going to be able to do it. Banks is going to get by him.
Dang. Oh, man. And it was enough that it kind of scared the heck out of Susie right there a little bit, too.
Yeah, he backed out of it and gave the lead over to Banks, and now Conover is fighting for second.
Susie got a pretty good run on him right there, though. Banks' truck is really loose. I think he drove it really hard. Now he's just going to settle in right now. He got some laps led, got a bonus point. Just settle down. Take it easy. No sense of putting yourself in a bad situation and possibly spinning that truck out. and losing everything you've gained, you know?
Yeah, but you've also got an angry driver in there right now. You feel like a guy roughs you up a little bit like that to get the lead, and
Yeah.
it can make you do things you wouldn't normally do. As Susie drives a little deep into one, but Conover not able to take advantage this time.
Oh, they were pretty close right there, though. Here comes Susie, and you can tell Joshua Susie's he's doing everything he can to keep that truck down on the bottom, so Josh Conover cannot get that nose up under him. Now, they both kind of want the same real estate, and it doesn't work. Two people can't be in the same area at the same time, so.
Right, and that's really what makes passing so treacherous here, is just the tightness of these trucks in the corners. If you don't execute it perfectly, you have a chance of wrecking either you or the competition.
Now Martin Plute looking to figure out a way to get around Josh Conover. We didn't see much out of Martin. He hung in 5th place there for most of the first stage, but second stage, at least he's caught up to these guys and try to stay with them now.
Yeah, it looks like Conover may have hurt his tires there a little bit, running so hard at the beginning of the stage, but he's able to make a little bit of ground on Susie as Susie washes up in the corner, but is not able to capitalize once again.
Well, going back to Blade Timmons now, he's starting to lose a little bit of ground there to Martin Plute, but quite a ways back to Jason Conover now. He's 7.5 seconds behind the leader. And he's in a battle of their own here. Him and Brian Jones and Keegan Bitzer going at it.
Yeah, and all three of those trucks, if you look, have decent amount of damage all the way around.
Yeah.
So not only are they battling with each other, but they're also battling the handling of those trucks right now.
Yeah, and I'll bet you they're handling pretty ill right now.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. Damage really does. I mean, I know this is very much of an aerodynamic track per se. They do use a little bit of draft on the straightaways because, it's a long straightaway and they can get a pretty good draft with them.
They're almost 160 mile an hour down into the corner.
Yeah. Banks is doing a good job of staying out front now. He fought pretty hard to get there, so he doesn't want to lose it.
He did, and once you get that clean air and you get to run the preferred line you want to run in without worrying to check up or running over the guy in front of you, that's what you want. And once you get it, it's going to be hard to let it go. So we'll see if he can hang on to it here as the stage laps start to wind down.
Oh, man, Conover almost took a look to the inside of Susie. Taking a look again, but Susie slams that door shut.
Yeah, Susie looked like he wanted to give Banks the old bump and run there, but at the last second pulled out just enough of the throttle that he didn't run him over, and that's what caused that almost collision there.
I'll tell you, I think Josh Conover's got a pretty fast truck. It's just trying to find the place to get by Susie right now. And I mean, I know them guys race together a lot, and they are in Discord together, so they obviously maybe teammates or what, I don't know, but both of them, great job.
They're doing a good job out here, like you mentioned, and they have a lot on the line here, trying to get the advantage. A win will give them a commanding lead in these points.
Susie all over the back of Banks now. I think Susie's got a fast truck too. And with all that battling that the three of those were doing at the beginning of this stage, I think all three of them have kind of burnt their tires up a little bit. So now it's just take care of them for another 12 lap.
Right.
Should I say 11? whatever it is, 11 or 12.
Yeah, they got 11 to go to the stage.
Lap 80 is what we're looking for.
Right.
And man, Banks just on the edge right there. He is really pushing that truck right now. Here comes Stussy to the inside. Oh, he washes way up the hill. Oh, Banks, hold on to it.
He does.
Oh
still
my
not over
gosh.
yet.
It took him forever to get a hold of that again. And that was just enough to let Martin Flute by.
Yeah, and I don't think Banks is going to be very happy about that at all.
No.
I mean,
Nope, I think you're right.
that's enough to give Blade Timmons a little advantage.
Oh, man, yeah, he's going to get by. Oh, he made contact. Just a slight tap in the rear there from Joshua Banks and Blade Timmons.
Yeah, and this is the point where it's really dangerous for Banks. He needs to calm down, get his head back into it.
Yep.
You can tell he is a driver who is driving with a purpose right now, and that's not what he needs. He needs to calm down, refocus, take a breath, hit his marks, and try to get back up there.
Susie and Conover doing a good job here, man. We still got 10 drivers on the track. Todd Snyder is 7 laps down. And we've lost Jake Boyer, Nathan Shiflett, and Devin Lockridge. Those 3 out of the race early.
And Susie now having to battle
Conover, man. He's getting some good runs out of turn 4. Have you noticed that?
Yes, sir. And with 7 laps left in this stage, he wants to get those points away from Susie at all costs.
He just got by him, man. That was a nice pass. But again, he gets a little loose out of 2. He's really struggling with 2 right now. I don't know what's going on with turn 2, but he's loose a lot coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, it looks like he's just getting back in the throttle way too soon. He needs to try to let it roll through the corner a little bit more and then slowly pick up that throttle. It looks like he might just be jamming right back on it as soon as he feels like he's on in settle. And that's not what you want. That will spin you out very quickly here.
Well, it may come down to pit stops to who we see gets off of pit road first after this next caution, or this next stage, I should say. And because these 2 here right now have shared laps led. So but with Stussy, with all them laps that he's led, might come out of here tonight with the most laps led. But we still got a lot of race to go.
It's very possible. Now, it's going to be really interesting to see if anyone dare attempts a 2-tire stop for track position. I don't know that we'll see it, but you never know. With 160 laps coming up on this, or 60 laps, 80 laps, I'm sorry. Am I right? 80 laps on this next.
Yeah, it'll be 80 laps to go. Yeah, when they get the second stage here.
Yeah, gambling may, 2 tires may not be the strategy for the long haul. But if you think there might be another quick caution, track position is going to be key. I'd go for it.
Well, the way these guys have been racing, we ain't seen too many cautions tonight, Dwayne.
No, but that's not for lack of trying, Rudy.
Yeah. We had a few close calls, yeah. They tried to bring the caution out a couple times.
Yeah, and Todd Schneider goes 8th lap down now.
All right, we're going to have, 3 to go here at the line for stage 2. And Conover's got a pretty good lead over Stussy. Now, I don't know. Stussy's going to try to close that gap and take him back away from him. I don't know, man. The way these guys are running right now, these old tires, 35 laps on these tires right now, Dwayne.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to pass. Right now, you're just hoping that the guy in front of you makes a mistake, takes the corner too deep, goes too wide, gets back on the throttle too soon, which very likely can happen in
Yeah.
these late stages. So,
2 to go.
yep, 2 to go. We'll just have to wait and see.
I'll tell you what, I got to give it up to Blade Timmons, man. He's come from the back of the field up here to 4th place. Great job, even passing Joshua Banks. Now, if Banks gets new tires, he could be a factor, in that last stage. Coming to 1 to go. Lap to go for stage 2. It doesn't look like Susie's got anything for him, not like he's not trying, because he's really pushing it. But the car is just too tight in the corner, too loose coming off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the only
he's just
chance
gonna-
for Susie right now is to really drive it in deep into 3, or hope
Yeah.
Conover makes a big mistake here.
Yep. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, though.
No, it looks like Conover's going to get through this smooth, and it looks like he's going to get this stage win. So stage 2 is going to be Josh Conover taking the white and green checker flag.
Very good.
Yellow
Very
flag is
good.
out.
Good job, Josh. I was wondering if he was going to make it, man. I'll tell you what, the way Susie was keeping the pressure on him right there, he was almost forcing the issue to make Josh make a mistake.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you out of the front 5 here, we're going to see 4 tire changes.
Yeah.
Probably see it all the way through the field, but it would be interesting to see somebody try to take that gamble for track position.
Well, they're not coming in yet, so let me get Conover up here. Josh Conover, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, you took stage 2, but let me tell you, that was one heck of a battle there with Susie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's always fun when you can run a teammate like that. Or exciting.
Well, it looked like he might have had enough to try to get around you, but finding that position, that place to do it was going to be difficult, because you were really protecting the bottom, just like he was doing to you a few laps before that.
Yeah, it's real tough to pass. I kind of just got grief because him and Banks got together, and I guess Banks thought he was trying to repay him for when me and him
Yeah.
battling. But I even told him, I said, I'm not, being league owner especially, I'm not gonna send somebody after somebody and
Right.
whatever. But he didn't want to hear that. But I was having fun riding third and gonna see how it played out, and then that happened, and it's just, like I said, it's just so hard to pass.
Well, I don't want to bother you while you're sitting here, so I'm going to let you go. Okay, good luck. All right, very good. Now the race off of pit road, Dwayne, to see who's going to get this. But congratulations to Joshua Conover for grabbing stage 2.
And looks like everybody's getting 4 tires of fuel. And Blade Timmons picks up a couple of spots there. He did take 4 tires. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, Rudy, but Susie came in and he was
Hmm.
on pit road for a very long time. I don't know if he was getting damage repaired or what, but he was one of the last trucks off of pit road.
He might have. Yeah, he might have had a little bit of damage. I didn't see him get into anything, but you never know. He could have maybe tapped the wall or whatever. And having a good, clean truck here is going to be almost as important as track position tonight.
And he's gonna restart all the way back in 6th position.
Well, hey, Becky. Yep, that might be a good pick, Becky. How you doing? John, how's everybody? Yes, happy Monday. Yeah, we have a lot more happy Mondays. Well, a lot of the chase drivers still up in the front here, Dwayne, because so it's gonna be very important for these guys to have a great finish here. And going into they'll be off next week, but going in 2 weeks they'll be back to run Canadian Tire, and that's gonna be 64 laps. Good, that's gonna be a
Yes, sir. But it should be fun. This restart's going to be interesting. Everybody has fresh tires, but if they can keep it green, we might see some green flag stops before this is over. And that's going to
right.
be really interesting.
Well, John, they changed the name of the track from Gateway, I guess NASCAR did, to World. What is it called?
Worldwide Technology
Yeah,
Raceway.
yeah, Worldwide Technology. Yes, that's what they changed it to. So it's not Gateway in NASCAR anymore. So, and iRacing's so affiliated with NASCAR now that they've actually changed the name of it on here too. Yeah, it used to be Gateway. It's 1.25 miles, and it's kind of egg shaped, sort of like Bristol is egg shaped. 1 and 2 is kind of tight, 3 and 4 is a little wider. Like Darlington, maybe something like that. I guess you could say
like
maybe.
a flat Darlington.
Yeah. Yep. And Darlington, what, a little longer, like what, 1.4 miles or something?
Yeah, a little bit longer straightaways. Turns are a little bit similar, but definitely flat. It's essentially what Darlington would look like if they never banked the turns.
We'll get them going here, Dwayne. We are on the final stage here.
Yes, sir.
Like we're going to have, what, about 76 to go and we get the green?
Yes, sir. And pace car is off, and
Green flag, green flag.
Conover wastes no time. As soon as the pace car's off, he goes, which is his priority here, and gets a great jump on the field.
And now Martin Plute battling with Josh Banks. We see Josh got a good short run track, short run car, but long run seemed like he faded pretty quick. About halfway through a run, about 25 laps or so, and he was not near as fast as he was. But that contact that him and Josh Conover made earlier might have been a problem. Here comes Martin Plute to the inside now. Josh Conover for the lead.
Oh, and we got a spinner.
Oh, yeah. No caution. Who was that? Brian Jones.
Brian Jones looks like. Let's see if he
Wow.
No help on that. That was a self spin. Just got loose on him coming out of the corner. But he saves it, so we're still green.
Conover got back away from Martin Plute and starting to put some distance on him now. Yeah, it is kind of like Motegi. That's another good one. Oh, Plute into the wall.
Yeah, Josh Banks dive bombed into turn 1 and
Oh.
contact sent him way into the wall.
Oh my gosh, and boy, he hit that wall hard. Gosh, I hope that's not too bad, but now Banks, he might be on a revenge up here because, you know, with him and Conover making that contact earlier, you never know. He could maybe try to get up there and maybe rough up Josh Conover a little bit. I don't know if you'd want to do that with a league owner, would you?
I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be, Rubbin's racing, and that was definitely an aggressive move on his part.
Yeah, John, this is the first race of the chase. Yep. First race. They'll be off next week, but they'll be back in 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks, September 14th, whatever. They'll be back for the Canadian Tire. And then the week after that, they go to Bristol. Then the week after that, they go to Vegas. Then on October 5th, I guess it is, that's Talladega. And then they're off for like 3 weeks. And then they'll come back and do Martinsville. And then they finish up at ISM Phoenix. Oh yeah, that's a good track to finish up the season on right there. I gotta say, man, that's great. Blade Timmons, 4th place for Blade, looking really good and strong here tonight. Another one, he needs a good finisher too. He's 20 points behind Conover in this first race of the chase. So I mean, that's doable. But with a small field here, he's not going to really gain a lot of points.
Not as much as you would like, but
yeah,
definitely a opportunity for some of these guys to if not make up ground, then just try to stay as close as they can.
Yep. I mean, those front 4 are setting pretty good right now, points wise and everything.
Yeah, and if I'm in the top 5 in points, I'm really not. You know, I would love to get a win, but it's not the end game. A top
Right.
5 would solidly keep you in that running, so you don't have to worry about the bubble for the next 2 races.
I mean, look at the points here. That is the top 4 in points running in the top 4 right now. That's pretty impressive.
Yes, sir.
Pretty impressive.
Showing why they are where they are.
Yeah.
As
Here
Banks
comes
will
Banks.
go at it again.
He is not afraid to throw it in there on Conover. I'm just hoping there's no revenge on it. Look at him throw it in there. Oh my gosh, he's keeping it right down on the bottom though. Wow, good job and good lap coming off of turn 4. But Conover's going to win it. He's going to win that lap.
And Conover was able to keep him pinched down coming through the corner there. He's going to have to keep him pinched here again as well if he's going to get the run off.
Oh my gosh, man. And Banks got
does.
really tight.
Yeah, and that's why you want to get as close as you can to that guy. You pinch him down there, he can't use any more of the racetrack. Now, it doesn't work out this time, but Banks gets tight, and now pinching him off the corner again. Conover's going to get the run. It's a drag race down the front stretch.
Wow, look how close they get, man. I am telling you. And I know one of these times Banks is he's gonna dive bomb it in there. I just have a sneaking suspicion. And he got it that time.
Yeah, Conover has used his stuff up on that outside line.
Yeah.
He's gonna be lucky to come out of here with 3rd if he's not careful. And there he goes all the way back to 4th.
Yeah, there goes Susie and Blade Timmons driving by. He left that bottom open, and that's all it took. Bye-bye then.
He'll try to fight back, see if he has anything left, as Susie looking to make a run for the top spot.
Yeah, and he's right on the bumper there of a bank. And a little loose coming off of turn 2. That kind of separates these guys back out. And Jason Conover, actually 3.5 seconds back of the leader right now. And he passed Martin Flute. Flute still has not recovered from that contact there that him and Banks made.
No, he's got a lot of damage on the rear and the front corner of that
Yeah.
truck. So it's definitely affecting the handling of his truck as Brian Jones now challenges him for a spot.
Oh yeah, I can see the damage. Oh my gosh. That's a lot more damage than I thought was on Martin Flute's truck. And boy,
Yeah,
he is struggling.
Yeah, if he brings that to pit road, that's going to be at least anywhere from 2 to 6 minutes worth of damage.
Yep, that's a lot. Banks pulling away from Conover. About 0.4 of a second.
Yeah, that running on the outside line he did there did not do him any favors. He's going to need to either back off quite a bit and let those tires cool down, or bring it in and try to get a fresh set.
Take a look at the cautions here now. We've had 2 cautions. The other one was two stage cautions. So we've only had 1 caution here tonight. That's pretty doggone good. We've had a couple that looked like we were going to get a caution, but they kept it straight. Good job for these guys. 1 caution so far.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job, especially some of these guys out here. This is the first time they've seen this track. So,
Yeah.
for your first time here at Gateway, definitely, Worldwide Technology Raceway, it's definitely a good job to these guys to have that few cautions.
Yeah, Brian Jones said he'd never even been on this track till tonight. So, and for him to be running in 7th right now, I guess he needs to count his blessings a little bit on that one. But he's back, 7th or 7th in points. So he needs to do some digging too. 23 points behind.
Yes, sir. But it's not over yet.
Yeah. We can just get by Martin Flute there. Those 2 are actually racing for position on the track and in the points, because Martin Flute's got a 1-point advantage over Brian Jones coming into tonight. So that's a really important battle between them 2. Kind of like a race within a race. And we may have a change for the lead. Look at this here. Conover to the inside of Joshua Banks, gets loose coming off the 2 again. Man, he just lost all that he got right there. And now the high side Susie's there.
Yeah, and that's the problem with the inside line this late in a run, is coming off the corner. You just don't have the forward bite down there. It's really slick, and you get back in the throttle, and the rear end just wants to come around on you.
Well, you can see he's about everything but sliding going into the corner right there. These guys have really dropped the hammer here. I mean, for this many laps on the tires, they got 20 laps on the tires right now. About 16 green flag laps, let me put it that way. So, because of the stage caution. So right. 16 laps, they're almost to the point where we're going to start seeing times fall off really drastically. They're already about a second, 1.3 seconds off of the pace right now.
Yeah, and you're going to see at this point, these guys, nobody's trying to save anything right now. These 4 guys up here are racing as hard as they can. And that's definitely going to add to their handling issues as this run goes on.
Now, Dwayne, would you kind of split the final 80 laps in half and maybe pit on lap 120 or 121 or so, and then that'll give you a 40 lap run at the end?
I would think about it. I might want to do a 60-20 just to try to have fresher tires, but
okay.
To split it 40-40 is not a bad idea. The only problem you're going to have is, when you're going to be faster in the initial, but if it stays green, those guys who come in, they're not going to have to take as much fuel to get to the end, and they'll be able to, get those fresh tires, get back out there and make up a lot of ground. So it's kind of a gamble either way. If you think it's going to go green the rest of the way, why not come in and get those fresh tires? But if you're Josh Banks right now, you're the leader of this race, you're waiting for someone behind you to pit to force the issue.
Right.
You don't want to give up the lead and then have a caution come out and trap you a lap down.
That's right. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah. Now I see what you're saying. Of course. Yeah. But see, they are in the window right now that if they stop, they could make it the rest of the way on fuel. But it's they don't want to have to go 55 laps on tires.
No, nobody
You
wants
know.
to do that.
Yeah. But
And
we might see them push it just as long as they can here. Oh, Susie got really tight going in the corner.
yes, he
Kinda,
did, and
yeah.
that's allowed Banks to extend that lead out even further.
He's driving the wheels off of that thing right now. He's trying to do everything he can to get by Conover. He knows that if he can't pass him now, it's like pass now or forever hold your peace sort of thing, you know?
Right, exactly.
And he knows that if they go to green flag pit stops here, Conover's been having some great pit stops coming off the pit road, and maybe just a tick better than Tuesday, but not really a whole lot. Tuesday had a little damage that he got fixed up too.
Right now, we currently have 8 cars remaining on the lead, or 8 trucks remaining on the lead lap. Alex Edelman has been on the pit road for the last couple laps here, and Todd Schneider is out there running, but he's 8 laps down.
Yeah, a couple more laps, so he'll pass up Alex Edelman for that 9th place.
Right now, if you're one of the trucks out there, you're guaranteed a top 10 spot. So that's at least a plus. It's not very comforting if you're one of the guys 10 seconds behind the leader, but you know, it's going to help out points wise. You're not going to take as big of a hit as if we'd have had, 30 trucks out there tonight.
Jake Boyer's in chat. Hey, Jake. Well, you're still going to wind up with an 11th place finish out of it, Jake. But move on to 2 weeks. Are you ready for Canadian Tire? I mean, you look good and strong at the beginning of the race. These 3 here, you can about throw a blanket over them. Blade Timmons is starting to lose the draft off of them.
Oh,
Draft on the straightaway.
Really loose.
Oh. And Susie's going to take advantage of that coming off of 2.
Yes, sir.
Side by side. And I'll tell you what, Banks is loving this right now. Look at him drive that into the corner. Wow, did he drive it in there hard.
Yes, he did.
Good job, Josh Susie. That's the way to make a pass.
For Susie, that was a hectic moment there, split-second reaction, because going down into 1, he saw the side of that truck, and he was directly behind him.
And you know these guys are having fun out here right now. They're just, they're racing buddies, teammates. I don't know what you'd want to call them, but they're having fun. And that was probably a lot of fun to both of them right there, that he actually did that without wrecking either of them, and did a good job of not pushing it so hard that he actually went up into the wall or anything,
Tell you what, if they were half asleep, that definitely woke them up.
Yep. Now he's trying to reel in Josh Banks. And Josh Banks is about in that window that his tires are falling off pretty good. And this is where we see Sousy and Conover be a little bit better on the longer run.
Yeah, they're running about a tenth faster right now.
Unless Banks can hold them off till they get to their last round of pit stop.
Yeah, they can catch him. Catching him is one thing. Passing him is another story altogether.
Yeah, you got that right. I don't know. I think he's just kind of content right here, just staying in front of Josh Conover. At least for now, till they get to their final pit stop.
And we're about 7 laps away or so from seeing if anybody's going to split it 40-40. But it's going to be interesting to see. If it was me, I would, unless I'm further in the field, 5th, back to 8, you know, I might gamble and come in just to get that advantage of fresh tires. But if you're in the top 4 here, you're running close enough together, you can't afford to gamble by coming in way too early.
And I'm watching Susie and Conover right here, because Conover almost got into the back of Susie. They're going into corner. I don't know if you caught that or not, but man, that could have been horrible right there. You know, you don't want to wreck each other, not this close. I mean, you know, look at this. You've went 114 laps, and you got a lot invested into this race right now. And the last thing you want to do is to wreck out and not have a good finish, you know?
Absolutely.
Well, let's ride along with old Josh Conover here, and I think we ought to crank it up a little bit.
Sounds good. Serious damage.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Boy, look at this. Conover trying to get that run on Susie. And boy, both of them are so loose, they really can't control the truck. They're just, it's fun to see these guys, how they're managing this. You know, one trying to just outdo the other one. And I'm sure they're just having a blast. But the last thing that I want to see is one of them get loose and take the other one out, or they both get spun out. And that would be great news. That's what Joshua Banks right now is sitting there in third spot watching, saying, yeah, you guys wreck. Go on, wreck.
We do have our first taker onto pit road, Blade Timmons. He's come down now. Looks like he may be getting 4 fresh tires here. So Brian Jones heading to pit road now as well. So
yep,
these guys in the back, like I thought, they've made their final stop, and they're going to try to get as much as they can out of this.
I think the leaders right now, I think they want to go maybe a few more laps here. You know, maybe another 5, 6, 7 laps or something. Try to go just about as long as they can, even though they're like driving on grease out there right now. You turn the wheel and just don't turn, you know?
And I'll keep an eye on Timmons here. He came out about a half straightaway behind our leaders, 1 lap down. So we'll see how quickly he runs them down here. And if he can unlap himself, that may let these leaders know, hey, you got people here who have pitted, you need to bend the tires.
Yeah. I think they're going to be here before too much longer. I mean, we got 40 to go right now. Well, John, I'm glad you enjoyed the show here tonight. Hit that subscribe button if you don't mind, and give us a thumbs up on the video. Come back. We do broadcast every single night of the week, although we don't have nothing going on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we got a night off on one of the leagues that I'm doing. But we'll be back Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. We've got a lot on tap. You can check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com, and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV.
Right now, Timmons is
yeah, here he comes.
He's the leaders are running 35.9s, 35.6s. He's running a 34.4. We'll see what they are at the line here. That time he ran a 34.2. Banks ran a 36 even. Susie 35.9, and our leader 35.8. So
yeah, big difference. Waiting on these leaders to come in.
is in the process of unlapping himself here, trying to get by these slower leaders.
Yep. Yeah, they're shifting, John. They're shifting into corners.
Martin
Probably
now on the pit road.
Probably more so now because they are, the tires are getting so bad. Although I would shift left. When my tires get worn out, I shift left because I don't want all that horsepower to the rear wheels coming off the corner. It's a good way to spin out. But these guys probably do it a little different than I do. They're much better drivers than I am, Dwayne. Here comes Susie. Oh, he's coming to pit road. Susie in. And you know what that's going to do? Force the hand of Josh Banks and Josh Conover. They'll probably be coming in on the next lap. Susie making his final pit stop. Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Conover come in on the next lap because he knows Susie's going to come off a pit road and be a whole lot faster. You say that all the time, Dwayne, that, it's not something that you want to stay out there very long after you see somebody in the back of the field pit.
No, sir. And Susie's just now getting to his pit box. Blade Timmons is coming off turn 4. He's going to pass him.
Yep.
And there he goes. And just how far past him he gets, he may be the leader by the time this all cycles through. Right now, we only have 3 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, ain't it?
Conover, Banks, and Timmons, everybody else has made their final pit stop. So it's going to be really interesting. Conover and Banks, they cannot afford to stay out here much longer, or they are going to be way behind when this cycles through.
I know it. I can't believe they're staying out this much longer because Susie was going to be way faster here. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he may get up here and unlap himself before they even come to pit road because Conover just keeps going by pit road.
Yeah, and he's right behind them. I mean, he is literally right there. So he's going to fly by these guys. And here comes Banks.
Yep, Banks coming in. Yep. So Conover's the only one that is not pitted yet.
Yeah, and he's about to have a mirror full of Susie with fresh tires. He does not want to see him get back on the lead lap the hard way.
Yeah, I would have come in about 5 laps ago. Oh, man, look at him going way up the hill there. He is struggling. He has got to be coming to pit road real soon. No, not gonna. Is he coming in this time? Yep, he's coming in. I think he waited about 5 laps too long. What do you think, Dwayne?
I think he did too. I think he's in serious trouble.
Wow.
They're both on pit road. Blade Timmons just passed Joshua Banks, who's still in his pit box, or just now coming out of his pit box. Timmons is going to be your leader when this cycles through.
Yeah.
He was the first one to stop.
Now he's going to have about 10 lap older tire than these guys, which I don't know how that's going to play out because it's still a long ways to go to the end here.
Yeah, but he's going to have about a 7-second lead over these guys when it all cycles through here.
Okay, right side's on, left side's going on. Blade Timmons takes the lead.
Yeah, Timmons is already out of turn 2.
And Susie got by, so that put Conover back to 3rd now.
Yeah, so a 4.5-second lead right now for Blade Timmons as this cycles through, all because he came to pit road first.
Isn't that funny how that worked?
I tell you, I always, when I'm in a race, especially late in a tire run, I'm always keeping an eye on pit road. If I see somebody come in, I'm going to be the next guy in right behind them.
Yep.
Or I try to be the first guy in because, especially at tracks like this where just speeds fall off so much, new tires are so important.
Yeah.
And these guys, they're 3.8 seconds back right now, but they're going to burn their stuff off trying to run him down.
because Blade can make it, but still holding on at 3.6 seconds, 3.5 seconds. So Sussie's catching him. It's awful slow right now, but it's going to speed up here after a few more laps, because once Blade gets about 20 laps on them tires, Susie's going to start catching him up to him really quick. I know Josh Conover's back there in third trying to reel in Susie, but actually Susie's actually pulling away from Conover right now. Wow. Unbelievable. Susie's down to 3 seconds behind Blade Timmons.
Yeah, he's reeling him in. My only concern right now is that if you see him dive it in the corner there really hard, he's using up his stuff trying to get there. And I don't know if when he does get there, if he's going to have enough to get around him. It's going to be really tough.
Yeah, we're inside 30 to go, so 2.3 seconds back. So he's catching him maybe like a tenth or two a lap. So it ain't going to be long. He'll be there. But Conover, I think, like I said, I think he just waited about 5 laps too long to come to pit road. And look where it's got him now. He's still 4 seconds behind Susie.
Yeah, him and Joshua Banks is also 8 seconds behind. So staying out there like they did those extra laps did not help them at all.
Yeah. Susie's got 1 stage win. Josh Conover's got the other stage win. But the way it's looking right now, it's going to be between Blade Timmons and Joshua Susie for this win.
And the lead is now down to 1.7.
Yep.
So he's catching him, but it's going to be interesting when he does. How's he going to get by him?
Yeah, because Blade's not just going to pull over and let him go by. That ain't going to happen.
No, you're going to fight for that lead. Passing is already hard enough here as it is, and the guy in front of you knows he's got the fuel to make the distance. He is not going to go down without a fight.
Bet. Yeah, Susie's there. He's less than a second. So he's feeling the draft off of him a little bit now. So it ain't going to take long now. He's going to reel him in. 8-10. Look at him close that gap. That's exciting, man. 6/10. Golly, man, he really closed the gap in that corner. He's now catching him about maybe 3 or 4 tenths a lap. Oh, man, half a second.
Yeah, it's about to get really interesting real quick here.
Yeah. Conover's driving the wheels off of that thing back there, but he is 3 seconds behind Susie now. So he has made up a little bit of ground, and he may make up some more here. If these two get tangled together, Dwayne, man, we've seen a race like that here not long ago where the guy was sitting in third place wound up getting the win because the leaders got together. Look at that contact.
Oh, they touch.
Oh, man. Blade Timmons probably not too happy about that.
No, definitely not.
Whoa.
That was very aggressive driving.
Yeah. And look what this did to Josh Conover. Now, this closed the gap on Blade Timmons now. He's down to 2 seconds behind Blade.
Yeah, and Susie better hope he gets away, because if Timmons gets back to his bumper, look out.
No kidding.
Drivers do not forget.
That's right. I don't think Blade's going to be able to get to him, though, to be honest with you. I think Blade, he's already slipping and sliding around. And he's only got 20 laps on them tires. That's how much these tires wear out. Wear out pretty quick.
Yes, they do.
He's still got 24 to go. $23 to go when they cross the line. So that's going to put him about 43. About 43 laps on them tires.
Yeah, and right now, though, for him, I mean, if it stays green the rest of the way, which it looks like it's inclined to, he's at least done himself some favors. He was 5th and falling back when he pitted, so he's gained at least 2, maybe 3 spots. If he can hold on to second or third here, he's at least done himself some favors points-wise.
And I don't know, maybe we'll have to see. I mean, we still got lots of racing to go here, but you know, Josh waiting to make that final pit stop. I don't know if that's going to work out good for him or not. I think he's going to get by Blade here and go into second. Now, if he can run down Susie, I mean, he's closed the gap up tremendously on these two. It's down to 1.7 seconds.
Yeah, and the issue he's going to have right now, Susie this time by ran a 35.4, and Conover ran a 35.3, so they're running similar lap times right now. Conover's just a tick faster because of the couple laps fresher tires, but those speeds are so close. I don't know if he's going to have enough time left to run him down. We're coming to 20 to go.
Yeah, Conover's going to have to really start kicking it up a notch here. He needs to find 5th gear in that sucker or something. He needs to be digging for some more gears, some in-between gears or something. Man.
And that time by still, Susie ran a 35.3, Conover a 35.2, so still slightly the advantage to Conover, but not by much.
And that's only 4-lap newer tire. I mean, he stayed out there 4 more laps than Susie did. But you know, we can sit here and say that can make a difference. 4 or 5 laps on a set of tires can make a difference. And we're seeing him run them down, but I think he's starting to get to the point now where he's starting to equalize, you know, and he's probably not going to be gaining quite as much. What he's hoping for right now is Joshua Susie to really blow a corner or make a mistake or something, and he could be right on top of him for this win. I wanted to go back here and look at Josh Banks. He's battled really hard. He's coming up on Blade Timmons, so he may wind up getting a 3rd place out of this. He's got about the same age of tires there that Conover's got. Brian Jones still battling here with Martin Plute. He gets by Martin. Martin's trying to come back on the inside. That's for the top 5 position.
Both of those trucks have severe damage on them, but still in the fight and not giving up on it. And that's what you need to do, especially when you're in the points race.
That's right. Never give up. Never give up. If the wheels turn and the engine runs, get it back out there on the track when you're battling for points. Because just 1 or 2 or 3 positions can make a world of difference. When it comes down to the end of the season, those 2 or 3 extra points could be the difference between you winning the championship or not. I mean, it just very well could be, you know.
I have been on the winning and the losing side of 1-point seasons.
Oh, yeah. Well, Conover's 1 second from Susie. And I don't think Susie's pedaling it. He might be saving a little bit just in case Conover gets there and they have to battle. It'll be interesting to see. Coming to 16 to go this time. Oh, there he goes. See, Susie got loose.
Good, and that time, still not close enough to capitalize, but definitely able to run him down a little bit as we have a battle for 3rd.
Yep, Banks gonna clear Blade Timmons. It goes into 3rd. So I'm telling you, Josh Banks has had a good run here today. I mean, he's led 32 laps. He had a very strong truck earlier. And man, when he got out in that clean air, he set sail. And boy, them guys were really struggling to get by him. So Blade Timmons back to 4th. It's getting interesting up here in the front now because Conover has closed the gap down to a 1/2 second from Susie. And those guys might be doing this to make it a battle at the end, make it fun, you know. I don't know that for a fact, but they might be. They are teammates and they race each other pretty hard. We'll see some good clean racing here, no doubt. But boy, I'll tell you, Conover's right there, isn't he?
Yes, he is, and he is closing the gap here. We'll see what the times are at the line this time by. Socia 35.6, Conover 35.4, and so he's there. The question is, can he get by him?
I know it. And if Susie keeps protecting that bottom and don't let Conover get a fender under him, he might be able to hold him off. But boy, he's got to do that for 13 more times around this track. Oh, man.
We're about to see a lap traffic. Keegan Bitzer a little bit ahead of these
Yeah.
guys. This comes into play.
Don't want to leave these two because this is for the win. 13 to go, folks. 13 laps around here. 1.25 miles.
Sir, and there's really they're so spread out there. This is really the only battle on the track right now is these two.
Jake, did you paint these? Oh my gosh, man! If you painted these trucks, these are awesome looking paint jobs. I gotta say.
Yes, they are.
Yep. I love the number 3 there, Conover's truck. That is sharp.
Nice throwback.
Yep. Count tire. And boy, look at him all over the back now. This is unbelievable. Conover putting the pressure on Susie.
Yeah, he's caught him, but it's up to him. He's got to try to pressure him, force him to make a mistake, see if he can catch him mirror driving here. That's what it's going to take to get by him.
Whoa, man, Susie really loose. And here it is.
Conover takes advantage. There's the mistake. Can he capitalize?
Coming up on lap traffic, I wonder how that's going to work here, because whether that's Todd Snyder, or no, that's Keegan Bitzer up ahead of him, whether he's going to get out of the way. I mean, Keegan is battling for points too, but not with these two. I mean, you know, he's clear back in 10th in point, and he's not going to, I don't think he's going to gain any more positions or lose any positions. So, but Conover does get the pass on Susie, retakes the lead with 10 to go.
Don't count Susie out yet, though. Something Conover doesn't have right now, and that's clean air when bits are right in front of him. And that's still giving Susie a chance to get up to his bumper.
Boy, Susie got a good run off before that time. Holy smoke.
Bitzer gets out of the way. See how deep these two drive it into the corner.
Conover seems to be a little bit better in 1 and 2, but Susie's a little bit better in 3 and 4. So it kind of makes them even match right here, right now. Banks has pulled away from Blade Timmons by over a second now. So he's pretty much, that's pretty much carved in stone that he's going to hold on to third as long as he doesn't blow a corner. And that can change real quick back there, because Blade Timmons could be all over him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, right now everyone else though pretty much spread out.
Yeah.
Still the top two, the closest battle we have right now.
Martin Plute in 5th, Brian Jones 6th, Jason Conover 7th, Keegan Bitzer is just behind the leader. He got past there and put a lap down, the first car lap down. So if a caution would come out, he would be the way by. But the way this has been going, I don't think we're going to see a caution.
No, I don't either. We're coming up on 6 to go at the line, and the way they're spread out, unless our leaders just end up taking each other out, I don't think we're going to see another caution.
Yeah. Just good racing here by these guys.
Susie's doing everything he can to try to stay in contact, so try to make a move to get back by him.
Yeah, he is. He's there, and he's going to keep the pressure on him, hoping he makes a mistake like he did. So, and I don't know. I just don't. I don't think Susie's got anything left to get there. I really don't. And again, going back to what you said earlier, getting there is one thing, but passing him's another. And he's right now. Susie's kind of backed off a little bit, unless he's cooling his tires off for a late race run on him. But I kind of doubt he's got anything for him right now. Guys have been out here. Well, Susie's been out here 32 laps, and Josh Conover's been out here 28 laps. Susie can get to him, but he just can't get the grip to get off the corners there and make that pass. Joshua Banks has pulled it out to 1.8 seconds over Blade Timmons, but Blade, good run for Blade today. Really good. He started 14th, running into 4th place. That's awesome. Definitely the highest mover of the race here today.
Yes, sir. Almost dead last.
4 laps to go, Dwayne.
And you see Susie just doing everything he can, trying to find some grip on the track to help get him up there, but might be a little bit too little too late. And again, we'll have to wait and see if lap traffic becomes a factor here as they're moving in on him.
Yeah.
That is going to be Todd Schneider ahead of them.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get out of the way. He has been doing that the whole race long. He's just been going to the high side and getting out of the way if they get to him. I think he's okay. I doubt they've got enough to get to him. Conover stretches that lead out as Susie just got loose off the corner. I think Susie's tires are toast.
Now stretching it out to 0.7 of a second here. It's going to take a major mistake on Conover's part.
He just needs to relax. Like you were saying earlier, just take a chill right now. Just relax. Focus on what you got to do. You got 2 to go. 8 more corners. We'll make that 6 more corners. And he can get the win here. And Snyder gets into the outside wall there just a little bit. He's trying to give these guys all the room that they need down there on that bottom. And they get by him safely. I just don't think Susie's got anything left now. I think he's pretty much just going to take a second place here and be happy with that. 1 to go. White flag in the air. It is official, Dwayne.
Yes, sir. No overtime tonight.
What a run, man. What a long green flag run for these guys. Down the backstretch for the final time. Conover and Susie.
Loose, but I don't think it's going to be enough to affect him. We'll see. Susie's going to try one last stab at it, but it's not going to be enough. Josh Conover brings it out of 4 for the last time. Checkered flag in the air. Josh Conover is your winner.
All right. Very good job, man. What a race right there. That was one heck of a race. Golly, man. When have we ever seen a race go that long with green flag? That was crazy.
At this track, it's a rarity, but it was definitely a pleasant surprise.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, we'll get these guys up here and talk to them. So hang on a minute, folks. We got to hear what they got to say about this race. All right, we caught up with tonight's winner, Josh Conover. Wow, you did it, man. I don't know how you and Susie could run that hard. Tell me about them battles out there. I mean, you came from like 5 seconds behind him, and you only had 4-lap older tires. How is that possible?
Well, I had newer tires. I pitted.
Yeah, or newer tires, I meant. 4-lap newer tires.
I if you would have told me when we pitted, I would have called him. I would have said you're not making a good bet on that one.
Yep.
But I came out, saw that I stayed in front of Banks, and it was just time to, put your head down and go for it. And I was probably pushing the hardest I have all night, those last laps, just to try and get to him, and then try and hold him off. I knew catching him's one thing, passing him's another, and then if you end up
Yep.
passing him, you got to hold him off. And it's tough.
Well, when you guys were battling there, and it looked like a couple of times like he might have backed off to cool his tires down a little bit, and I thought maybe he was going to make a late race run. Were you concerned about that? I mean, I'm sure you guys were talking in Discord, but was he saying anything about, man, my tires are just shot?
No, we were kind of,
Quiet.
trying to help a little bit all race, but
Yeah.
just checking tire wear on pit stops and whatnot. But as soon as we pitted, it was silence. We were both pushing, going for it. I mean, yeah, we're teammates and whatnot, but we're all here for one reason. That's to win the championship. So,
Oh, that's right.
a win locks you into the next round. So any of the top three really, deserved it tonight. Seemed like we pretty much
Yeah.
showed the field around basically. So any of the top three deserved it. I'm just obviously glad it was me.
Well, I mean, you won one of the stages, you won the race, so it's going to be an excellent point night for you. Now, Susie won the first stage, and he finished second today, so it's going to be another good point night for him. And he led the most laps.
Yeah, we're like we don't do the bonus point for most laps. You
Oh,
just
you
get
don't?
one,
Oh,
you'll get the bonus point.
oh,
But
okay.
even then, like you said, the top three, well, actually top four coming in just on points finished 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Yeah.
I'd say the top four kind of maximized points. I know Susie, like you said, won a stage. He got another playoff point. If he can get in the next round, that'll help him. And we obviously won and got a stage. We got a couple more too. So it's all about just helping, your next round out, trying to get to the final four at the end.
Well, I couldn't believe the way, how all you chase drivers were up there in that race like that. Man, that was just amazing. I guess it shows that's why you're in the top of the points, right?
Well, yeah, I think at one point it was like 5 or 6 of us in one run, just like 5 or 6 second gap. And I kind of said the same thing. I was like, well, this is kind of what you look for. You want the best of the best, up front running and,
Right.
kind of showing why you're in the chase.
That's right. Well, you guys are going to be off next week and you go to Canadian Tire. What's your thoughts on Canadian Tire?
Well, to be honest, I was kind of banking on, no pun intended, but banking on Banks or Susie winning and that kind of being like my mulligan kind of and like bail me out. But I didn't expect to win this one. So it kind of makes Canadian Tire and then even Bristol a lot easier for me. So we'll
Oh,
see what happens when the time comes, but I definitely didn't expect to get this one.
right. All right, Josh. Well, before you get out of here and go celebrate, who you got to thank for this win?
Oh, as always, I start with the broadcaster. So you, Flatline Motorsports, Susie and Boyer were here tonight, and we had somebody else in the fourth truck tonight. So I want to thank all them guys for coming out and running. Devin, like I said, for getting in the fourth truck. Little smaller field, but kind of expected it being chase time. So I thank the guys that did come out and run. Just hoping we can finish the season off strong. Hopefully the numbers kind of improve a little bit and end the season on a good note.
Yes, very much so. All right, brother. Well, enjoy your week off next week. We'll see you back in a couple of weeks here at Canadian Tire.
Thank you. This motor is going to be trash after tonight.
All right, Dwayne, you got second?
Yes, sir. Caught up Josh Sushi. Man, you got out there. It was the Josh and Josh and Josh show tonight. But you came up just a little bit short on tire wear there. Almost had it. Talk about the end of the race there a little bit for you.
Yeah, that's I'm glad my teammate won, but I'm not happy with the result. As competitive as we are, we're going to help each other in the race on restarts and calling out strategy and stuff. But at the end of the day, like Conover said, it's all about winning that championship. You need every leg up you can. I think these two guys next to me, and don't count out Blade, but I think they're the 3 guys I really got to be on the lookout for. So I guess I got 2 of the 3, but man, I did not think that, I guess it was 4 laps tires was going to make that big of a difference. And I think I only had, I don't even know how laps, 8 laps newer than Blade when he pit, and yeah, it's crazy how much of a difference that made.
Yeah, we were surprised as well, the closing rates there. Now you guys go to Canadian Motors Park in 2 weeks. How do you feel about road racing?
um, Maybe not so much about that one, but I'm gonna have to turn some laps and be thankful I got a pretty decent cushion here coming into the points with finishing second and get some stage points throughout the course of the year to build me up a little reservoir because I might need to lean on that for the road course. I don't know. I tend to do all right, but I haven't really ever put a lot of laps there, so uh, I think if I can get a top 5 out of there somehow, I'd be extremely happy. But I don't have that high of expectations for that track.
All right, well, we'll give you some time to think about it. You got 2 weeks to get, well, a week and a half to get some laps in there. But at the moment, who do you got to thank for second place tonight?
Pepsi, Doritos, U.S. Army. Of course, my teammates here at Flatline. Jake for making this killer scheme I'm going to run throughout the rest of the chase. I thought I'd change it a little bit, try to bring some mojo into the team, and everyone that showed up tonight, and Banks and everyone for running us hard and having a good race, and you guys for broadcasting. I do want to give a shout out to Banks and Blade there. I guess they were saying I might have dinged him a couple times there in the one. I know one for sure. I got Banks with the downshift too soon, but the other one I never got any X or anything. I'm gonna go back and look at it. I'm hoping it's just net code and not something I did that was stupid. But I'm glad they were able to hold on to it and keep going, and look forward to the rest of this chase with these guys.
All right, well, we'll let you get out of here, and good luck in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
All right, Rudy, you caught up with third?
I did. Josh Banks, you got a copy.
I got you.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, what an exciting race out there. A lot of excitement, the beating and banging there a little bit. Not beating and banging, but kind of some contact between you and Susie there once. And I think you made some contact with Conover too, didn't you?
A little bit, just pushing the truck hard,
Yeah.
trying to get what we can out of his tracks. High line dependent in a sense, the way these trucks run. But you can obviously make the bottom work, but defending high line is really good here too. So you're just trying to get what you can. So
Well, it's kind of fitting it. You guys finished 1, 2, 3, 4, just like you are in the points. That's pretty amazing. The way you guys ran like that. But you got 32 laps led tonight. That was pretty impressive. When you were out front, did you feel like the truck felt a little bit better, maybe in the clean air?
I don't know. It felt like I was better behind somebody. I don't know why, but
Oh,
just it felt like there was a slight bit of draft on the straights, and it allowed everybody to catch back up. But then again, I wasn't doing good on tires any at all. So, and when I got up front, they were able to run me down and get up to me and make some moves. So, but it just felt like it was a little bit of a draft in the runs there. So, but it wasn't too bad up front. Just needed more speed out of the truck.
yeah, we noticed early in the race there that you were really good on the short run, and it seemed like the longer run, those guys could pass you at will, and was it that you were just burning your tires up too quick, or maybe they were saving, or what do you think the problem was?
Well, I'm not really good at saving at all, so it's probably what the cause is. I know Conover and Susie are pretty good on tires, and I ain't been a lot on this sim to race to know how these tires truly work and how to manage them and everything,
Right.
and still maintain speed. But I tried to maintain the lead as long as I could with the tires I had. It's just tough, man. These guys are fast. Obviously, saw the faster guys up front, so just tough racing, man.
Well, what do you think about Canadian Tire Motorsports Park in a couple weeks?
I really like that track. I'm starting to like road racing a little bit more. I've raced there plenty of times in this truck and in Xfinity. I think they've done something there once before. I can't remember, but I've done a lot in here in the trucks. but I look forward to it. I have put some laps on it. Hopefully that will carry over into the next week. And we're definitely going to be putting some practice this week, get as many laps as we can. So that way we go into the race confident and hopefully don't make a mistake and get us out of the chase. So we're just going to do what we can.
That's right. Well, good luck next week. Congrats on third tonight. Well deserved. You ran excellent tonight. So who you got to thank for it?
Oh, man, just my sponsor, Matco Tools, best tools on the market. And happy to have them on board. And of course, our admins up here for the league and everybody up there doing what they do. And y'all the guys up in the booth for doing an awesome job with the broadcasting. Really enjoy going back and watching them. So keep up what you do. And yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the kind words. Well, go celebrate that. We'll see you back in 2 weeks then, Josh.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, Dwayne, let's run down through the final results here.
Okay.
All right, Josh Conover does come home with the win. Joshua Susie, we finished Josh, and Josh. Look at that, 1, 2, 3. It don't happen every time. Joshua Susie in second, Joshua Banks in third, Blade Timmons finishes fourth, Martin Plute fifth, Brian Jones sixth, Jason Conover seventh, Keegan Bitzer eighth, Todd Snyder ninth, and Alex Edelman will finish in 10th. Wayne?
Jake Boyer brings it home 11th, Nathan Shiflett 12th, and rounding out the field, Devin Lockridge in 13th.
All right, very good, very good. All right, well, congratulations again to Josh Conover, folks. They'll be off next week, but come back in 2 weeks and let's see what they can do here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. I can't wait. I love road course racing. It's going to be difficult in these trucks because these are a little kind of squirrely sometimes, but I'm sure these guys can handle it. Great race tonight. Dwayne, thank you so much for helping. I appreciate it so much. And you know that, brother.
Yes, sir. Enjoy doing it.
Yes, sir. All right, folks, until next time, stay safe and have a good night.